Hi, my name is John Dooley. I'm with Microsoft. I want to spend a few minutes today and talk about the power of the Microsoft platform. I want to showcase the breadth of our solutions. I want to provide a vision of how we solve common customer needs. And I also want to get you to think about ways that you might be able to leverage the Microsoft platform in your organization today. Before we get started, I want to just run through what the demo is going to cover. It's an expense report process. I'm going to create an expense report online in Office 365, and then I'm going to send it to my manager, and my manager is going to approve that. Once approved, the accounting department is going to review it and approve it, and then send that over to Dynamics GP to create an AP invoice to make the payment, and then the expense report is completed. Alright, let's take a quick look at the demo. I'm going to go over to my browser, and I'm inside of Office 365. I created a site, Dynamics IW SharePoint. So here's my team site, and I created a document library to capture expense reports. So I'm going to create a new document, and I'm just going to create from an Excel template that I created and uploaded into the library. I'm going to fill out a little bit of information here. And I'm buying a new computer. And we'll say this is a computer for Tim. And we'll just put a value in here of $1,000. And I am Tim. I'm filling out my own expense report, so I have a vendor ID. We have a little macro in here that just checks to make sure that the vendor is good for us to push this over to Dynamics GP. So I've started this. I've got an in progress. I've actually got the document information panel that I'm going to update when I put this back into the library. So I'm going to exit here, and it comes up and says, okay, well, the name of my report is going to be New Computer, October 5th, 2011, and I'm going to save that into the library. And we now see that I have an expense report in progress for this computer. Here we see the expense report back in the document library. And we have a status of in progress here. We also have a workflow that got started, which is going to go through the approval process. And so that's in progress as well. And that was set to start automatically. If I look at my tasks, you'll see the task has been assigned to me to approve the expense report. If I go over to my Outlook, you'll notice that I'm in my Outlook on-premise, and this is actually synced to my Office 365 account. And it's reminding me that I have a task to do here as well. And this is just a simple workflow, Fabricam expense workflow that's associated with this library. And so I'm in SharePoint Designer. So this allows me to develop and post this workflow in Office 365 online. So now I want to review and approve that expense report and then create an invoice in Dynamics GP. So I'm going to go open up that expense report, and you'll notice that it's recognizing that it's opening from the Office 365 account, and I want to edit this workbook. You also notice that below the document panel there's the task information, so Excel knows that there is a task pending on this. I want to just show this accounting use only. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to review this as the accounting department, and I want to approve that, and then I want to post that. So I'm just going to put some initials in here, say who it's posted by. Let's say I'm going to post it today, and I'm just going to put a value in here of post. And what this is going to do is I'm going to wake up a web service and push that over to GP. You'll notice that I got a little bit of spiking going on in here. So we're just running a VBA macro that evaluated and said, do I have a vendor? Do I have an amount? Am I ready to post? And that should wake up and then come back and say, here's my invoice. Okay, that came back with a result code of 0. And now I want to open this task. And you'll notice that this has actually got a status here of posted. I want to open this task, and I'm going to complete this task. That's going to go back to Office 365, complete that task, and now I'm going to exit. And that's going to put the update back in to Office 365. And if I do a refresh here, we'll see that item has been posted. If I go over into Dynamics GP and look at the transaction entry, we'll see that we have a transaction in here that we just created, and that's the new computer for Tim for $1,000. Wow, that was a pretty powerful solution that we just saw. We leveraged Microsoft Office 365 and Dynamics GP 2010 around a simple expense management solution. What we did is we created an expense report on the Office 365 team site, and then we used workflow to submit that for an approval process. The manager reviewed that and then approved that, and then the accounting department as well reviewed it and approved it. They validated some information around the vendor and the employee ID, and then they updated some of the accounting information, which sent a record over to Dynamics GP. And then once the record was over there, we created an AP invoice on-premise through a web service. So the next steps, I want you to think about talking with your partner. A partner can help you understand the power of our solutions today and help you build a solution like we just saw. Get us a team of people together to help you get started. Start with a small project. It's easy to identify some common things in your organization that the Microsoft solution can help, but do start with a project. Thanks for your time today.